Welcome to the Belated Tech Channel's 41st edition of the Tesla and SpaceX Redux. We are reviewing the milestones that occurred on each day of the week of June 28th through July 4th in the history of Tesla, SpaceX, Starlink, The Boring Company, and Elon Musk's other various business ventures. June 28th, 2015. The CRS-7 ISS resupply mission, Dragon C-109, was launched towards orbit on a Falcon 9 1.1 rocket, Booster 1018, from the Cape Canaveral Air Force Station's Launch Complex 40 on this date. It was not possible to recover the booster. The launch's performance was nominal until there was an overpressure incident in the second stage LOX tank, leading to vehicle breakup at T plus 150 seconds. C-109 actually survived the explosion but was lost upon splashdown, as its software did not contain provisions for parachute deployment in the event of a launch vehicle failure. The drone ship, Of Course I Still Love You, was towed out to sea to prepare for landing test, so this mission was its first operational assignment. June 29, 2018. The CRS-15 ISS resupply mission, Dragon C-111, was launched towards orbit on a Falcon 9 B-4 rocket, Booster 1045, from the Cape Canaveral Air Force Station's Launch Complex 40 on this date. No attempt was made to recover the booster. Booster 1045 was refurbished in a record 2.5 months after its original launch of TESS, a record held until February of 2020 with the Starlink 4 mission. The old mark for a booster refurbishment was 4.5 months. This was the last flight of a Block 4 booster, which was expended into the Atlantic Ocean without landing legs and grid fins. June 30th, 2020. The GPS 3-03 satellite was lifted to orbit on a Falcon 9 B-5 rocket, Booster 1060, from the Cape Canaveral Air Force Station's Launch Complex 40 on this date. The booster returned to a drone ship. The launch contract from the U.S. Space Force was awarded initially for $96.5 million, but later this was discounted in exchange for allowing to launch a configuration that enabled booster recovery. The launch was originally scheduled for April of 2020, but was delayed by the customer due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The launch was dedicated to the memory of the recently deceased late commander of the 21st Space Wing, Colonel Thomas G. Falzarano. Both fairings were recovered out of the water without attempting a catch in the net. July 1st, 2020. The Washington Post wrote a hit piece on this date concerning terminations at Tesla's Fremont plant in the early summer during the COVID-19 pandemic. Several employees were fired by the EV manufacturer after being told by CEO Elon Musk during the plant's reopening on May 18th that factory workers who were uncomfortable reporting to work would not face any penalties. However, the Post failed to mention that the liberal leave policy was rescinded on May 31st, and that terminated employees have been released on a case-by-case basis after the employee in question provided their reasoning for absences. It was not the first slanted article written by the Post about Tesla, and it would not be the last. Both the Washington Post and the New York Times have been locked in a tit-for-tat exchange with Musk and his companies over the years, despite their pro-climate change and renewable energy rhetoric and environmentalist record. The Post is owned by former Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos, who has made little secret of his strong dislike of Musk. The Times, which is controlled by the Ox-Sulzberger family, has a long elitist history of scoffing at things it doesn't understand, going back to their declaration in 1921 that physicist Robert Goddard was a quack because he didn't earn his PhD at an Ivy League school like the Times patronized Columbia. That paper also went on record to say that Goddard's insistence that spaceflight was possible was ridiculous. July 2nd, 2020. Musk tweeted on this date, quote, "Tesla will make fabulous short shorts in radiant red satin with gold trim. We'll send some to the Short Seller Enrichment Commission to comfort them through these difficult times." Musk was gloating over the rise in Tesla's stock price, well in excess of the levels it had been at, when he tweeted that he had the investors to take the company private, and then had to backtrack. After the Take Tesla Private tweet, the Securities and Exchange Commission, aka the Short Seller Enrichment Commission, forced Musk and Tesla to sign a consent decree that removed the entrepreneur as chairman and placed his Tesla-related tweets under corporate legal review. We discuss Musk's battles with the SEC at Milestones 28 and Milestones 99. If something new happens, we'll keep you posted. July 3rd, 2020. Elon Musk tweeted concerning Ghislaine Maxwell in this date, quote, "Don't know Ghislaine at all. She photobombed me once at a Vanity Fair party several years ago. Real question is why VF invited her in the first place." The pair were photographed at an Oscars after-party hosted by then Vanity Fair editor Graydon Carter on March 2nd, 2014. Musk made his comments right after Maxwell, who the government alleges groomed underage girls for sex, with deceased multimillionaire hedge fund manager and well-connected power player Jeffrey Epstein, was arrested by the FBI at her home in New Hampshire. Maxwell has been imprisoned since then, and as of the day of this video has not been brought to trial. There is no connection between Musk and Maxwell, but it is a measure of Epstein's toxicity that Musk and his spokespersons continue to promptly reject any insinuation to the otherwise. July 4th, 2020. Musician Kanye West tweeted on this date, quote, "We must now realize the promise of America by trusting God, unifying our vision, and building our future. I am running for President of the United States." SpaceX CEO Elon Musk responded by tweeting, quote, "You have my full support." Musk might have been thinking that West was joking, but he was not. West managed to get himself on the ballot for US President in 12 of the 50 states. He collected just over 60,000 votes, with the largest tally coming from Tennessee. Still, it was a disappointing result based on pre-election polls, which suggested he had 2% of the vote, even adjusting for the fact that he was not on the ballot in 38 states. Before we get to the current event of the week, we wanted to see if you enjoyed this 41st episode of Belated Tech's Tesla and SpaceX Redux. If so, click that like button. Did you agree with our choices, or are there other events that were better? Go ahead and share with us by dropping a comment below. And if you have suggestions for an event in the future, we'll take those too. We'll credit events we pick for future videos to those viewers that post them. We hope you have been enjoying our content. Have we earned your subscription to our channel? If yes, and you have not yet taken the opportunity to subscribe, please take a moment to do so now and click the bell notification icon so you don't miss upcoming videos. We want to continue delivering great content to you. You can always unsubscribe, and subscribing is free. On June 9th, 2021, following Jeff Bezos' announcement that he and SpaceX rival Blue Origin would be auctioning off a seat on a capsule that he himself was going to be a passenger this summer, many in the public who were hearing about Blue Origin and the new Shepard capsule for the first time made some unexpected observations. Quote, "Is it me, or does Jeff Bezos' rocket look like a giant penis?" one person tweeted. "I thought penis as soon as I saw that image," another person agreed, among a plethora of other tweets noting the phallic shape. Others suggested that the suborbital rocket, quote, "looks like a giant sex toy," and, quote, "it's basically a giant flaming space dildo." To be completely fair, other than the space shuttle, most spacecraft and their boosters have phallic overtones in their design, a necessity with regard to the physics of launching vehicles off the surface of the Earth and into space. But perhaps this is an unexplored selling point for Sierra Nevada's Dream Chaser spacecraft, which has more in common with the shuttle than SpaceX's Falcon 9 and Dragon, or Blue Origin's new Shepard booster and capsule. One can only imagine the meetings with the US Space Force generals and NASA bureaucrats, with the Sierra Nevada spokesperson exclaiming, quote, And our craft doesn't look like a penis. Links to some of our most recent episodes can be found in the description section below. You can peruse our entire 250 plus video library by looking at our playlists, which conveniently sort videos by subject. We announce all new videos in our microblogging accounts, which are listed below, as well as in the community feed for this channel. Want to know how to navigate our channel content? We refer to retrotech and innovation documentary segments as episodes. Coverage of current events in space exploration, science, and technology are labeled as shorts. Space and tech history are documented in an anthology called Milestones. And gameplay recordings can be discovered on the Belated Tech gaming channel in videos called Walkthroughs and Side Missions. Stay connected by occasionally checking our Instagram feed and Minds page, where we post content from our upcoming episodes and from episodes past that you may have missed, and where we cover current news and events related to channel content. Thanks for watching.